I truly just can't figure out this Lakers team this season, but I think they're good. I don't know. I've made multiple videos on this team already this year with different viewpoints. I've had a couple videos early in the year where I'm like, oh yeah, this team's a contender. And then I've had a couple videos recently where I'm like, what is going on? And I had a video a couple weeks ago where I was, or maybe it was even like early last week, a week and a half or so ago, where I was like, the Lakers should blow it up. And now I'm sitting here like, this team's pretty good. They're bipolar. That is the first thing that I will say about this team. Also, tonight's game was freaking awesome. I hope y'all got to watch this game. I didn't get to watch much of it, but I did catch the end. And I mean, Steph showed up in down the stretch. It was a fun competitive game. Steph with 38. LeBron had 31 on pretty decent efficiency as well. Austin Reeves with a 26-point triple-double and a game winner, which was a defensive breakdown by the Warriors for sure, but still made for really exciting basketball in a game that Anthony Davis only played 7 minutes, did not score, and then went out with injury. Very fun basketball game. Big win for the Lakers on the road against a pretty decent Warriors team that, again, has struggled as of late. But as a whole, very nice win, very fun game. And I'm starting to think, like, I don't know what to think of the Lakers, but I think I'm going to make a more positive case for them in this video. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 2,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day except for, the last few days. But I was out of town, enjoying some time with my family, taking a break for Christmas. We're back to the grind. Going to be uploading multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. With that being said, without further ado, let's hop right in. So first things first, Anthony Davis was out tonight, but was able to walk without support after the game. He's considered day-to-day, and it's possible he will be back for their next game against Sacramento. So not a significant ankle injury for AD, which is a big deal and a very good thing for this team because they need AD. He's the best player on the team. With that being said, you look at this Lakers team in the standings. They are the 6th seed right now. They're only 2 games up of the 11th seed. Although I will say the Kings have looked really bad. I may make a Kings video soon. I don't really know if that team's a serious contender at this point in the West, at least for a playoff spot. So if there are only 11 teams left for the play-in race, I think the Lakers are in a decent spot right now. Now, the thing about this team, when you look at their schedule, this is why I say this team is absolutely freaking bipolar. They start the season, they win 3 in a row. They then lose 4 out of their next 5 with only a win against tanking Toronto. Then they win 6 in a row. Weird. Then they go out, lose 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 9. Again, baffling. And then come back and they've won 5 of their last 7 with a couple of decent wins in there. Golden State, Memphis. This team is so freaking weird. They're clearly a team of runs. And when you look at the stats for the season, they haven't actually honestly been all that good. When you look at their team stats for the year, in terms of offensive rating, they're 16th in the league. They're right in the middle. In terms of defensive rating, they're towards the bottom of the league, 21st. And when you look at net rating, they have the worst net rating by a decent amount of any playoff team right now. They're the 7th seed with a 17-13 record, yet a negative 2.8 net rating. Yes, they've lost several blowouts. That has contributed to this number, but still, it's very unusual to see a team with this bad of a net rating with this type of record. Definitely the best wins above expected for any team in the NBA this year. And that is very, very strange. And I think that's something that you wonder about the sustainability of it. But the thing that you do like about this team is that LeBron is, after a slump a bit that he had prior to his break, comes back from his 8-day break and has played really great as of late. He's averaging 23, 9, and 8. This dude, again, is about to turn 40 years old here in a couple days. And he's shooting 35% from 3, not unbelievable, but very solid. He's 56% from inside the 3-point, or from inside the 2-point line, inside the 3-point line. Yes. Still, he's truly still an unbelievably elite basketball player. Is he a bad defender most of the time now? Yes. Is he still an incredible player? Yes, he's obviously, I've talked about it many times on this channel. I think everybody's talked about it ad nauseum. He's the greatest 40-year-old basketball player in the history of the sport, and it's not even freaking close. Again, just extending his GOAT lead, in my personal opinion. LeBron is ridiculous. AD is having a great year as well. Now, he's not shooting the 3-ball well at all after starting the season pretty hot in the first 10 games or so. He's been struggling since, but he's still averaging almost 27 and 12. Still shooting 55.5% from inside the 2-point or inside the 3-point line. He's still a really, really good player, and he's still one of the 5 or so best defensive players in the sport. Austin Reeves was averaging 17 a game, shooting 35% from 3, not unbelievable, but again, 55% from inside the 3-point line. He's up to almost 5 assists a game, 2-to-1 assist turnover ratio, better than that actually. again, solid year from him as well. That's a big three that may not be the best big three in the league or even really toward the top of the best big threes in the league, but it's not like probably all that far behind. It's a really solid big three. Reeves having another very good year, has a lot of value, I think. I think D'Lo is honestly kind of overhated. The efficiency isn't great. The shot selection sucks. And he does have some defensive bad moments, but I think actually he's been better for this Lakers team than people give him credit for. He's not a complete disaster. He's not great, and he has some bad nights and bad moments, no doubt, but I am not a D'Angelo Russell hater per se. I think he's okay. Wouldn't be shocked if he gets traded before the deadline, but I think he's been okay. He's actually got the best plus minus on the team as well by a decent amount, which is a flawed stat, but still. LeBron is the worst, by the way, so let's take that for what you will. But Rui Hachimura is at 40% from three this year. One of the better defensive players in this roster, has been playing pretty good as of late. Max Christie, really bad start to the season, but has been better as of late. He's playing a lot of minutes now, shooting over 35% from three, and he's the best point of attack defender probably on the team. So his value is very, very important to this team, and he has to be. I mean, he's a starter at this point, and he needs to be. Like, he played 34 minutes tonight, and that's what you're going to see out of Max Christie a lot, I think, over these next couple months. Like, the guy is a very, very, very good basketball player. If he is shooting the ball at least okay offensively and being some sort of contributor, and that's why you're seeing him play 30 plus minutes a night on a lot of nights recently over these last couple weeks, really this entire month. And I think while he's not like a guy you think of when you think elite, best of the best player in the sport or anything like that, he's a capable role player who provides some of that defensive ability that this Lakers team is lacking. Now, is this a completed roster that is able to truly contend for a title this season? Absolutely not. Let's not sit here and delude ourselves into thinking that the Lakers are going to be able to compete with the Thunder, the Celtics, the Cavs, and potentially more of the best teams in basketball, even teams like the Mavericks if they're healthy, and a couple other squads in the West, the Grizzlies, in my opinion, and who knows, maybe the freaking Bucks. Like, these are really good basketball teams, and there's a lot of them. A lot of teams I haven't even named that I think are on par to the Lakers this year. They are not right now in a situation to seriously be a contender. But I think they're a pretty good team. I think the net rating doesn't do them much of a favor. I think overall they're going to wind up being a pretty good squad. And like, when you look at the standings again, I know we already looked at them. You're going to need probably close-ish to 50 wins. Like, you're going to have to be relatively high 40s to be a top 6 seed in the West this season without a doubt. Might even have to be at 50 wins. And then play-in is still not going to be easy. You're going to need a positive record for sure in a tough West. But I think the Lakers are capable of it. Are they a top 6 seed? I don't know. Should that be the goal for the season? I think so. Also, they need to make a trade 100%. I know we've talked about it ad nauseum. They got 2 unprotected first-round picks. They got the assets to make some deals. I would be going after Lonzo Ball. I think his value is pretty low. I think he's a guy who could come in and wind up being a contributor. I know he's been a Laker before. Laker fans would love him, and I think his defense and some of the stuff he provides would be really valuable for this team. That's a guy I'd consider going after. Colin Sexton and Walker Kessler would be another couple guys that I'd like to see. I mean, they have no center depth at all besides Anthony Davis, and that's obviously worrisome. But I do think as a whole that the Lakers have the potential to be pretty good this year, especially if they can find a way to make the right read here over the next couple of weeks, and potentially make some moves over the, I guess, next couple of months, not next couple of weeks. But before this trade deadline, if they can improve the roster, who knows? You can never really count on a team with LeBron and AD. So we'll see what happens. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment and subscribe. I will be back with more NBA content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.